Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Chaos Talks Way Too Much. First of all, I want to ask you guys, how do you like the audio? I'm using a headset. I think it gives a little bit more clear audio, and I'm not sticking my finger on the mic on accident. So for this episode, I want to do a quick review. I mean, this is a premature review. I haven't completed the game yet, but I am playing it along with a Let's Play that Munching Orange has done. And very soon I will do a Let's Play. It probably won't get any views at all because there are several already YouTube famous people that have done Let's Plays. But I'm going to do it anyways because I can. Moving on. So, Pokemon Glazed. My very first ROM hack that I've ever played. And it is awesome. Overall, I rate it a 9.9 out of 10. But let's move on to a couple things that I've already seen about the game. First of all, I want to give you a few heads ups. The very first area where you can encounter wild Pokemon, there's a grassy patch. Do not leave that grassy patch until after your Pokemon are level until your Pokemon is at least level 10. Not going to say why, but I'm going to say you'll regret it if you don't. I did, and I regretted it. Next thing is, in that area, do not attempt to catch any Pokemon whatsoever. Don't even throw a freaking ball until after you finish the little cutscene with the ruins at the end of that area. Not going to say why because it will spoil something big, but if you do and you run out of balls or you don't have enough balls once you get to that cutaway, then you will regret it. Another thing, there is a Pikachu that you will find. He will talk to you and then he will battle you. He's a bit of a dick. Don't try to catch him. You can't. It's not possible. And if you can, depending on what beta you play, if you can and you do catch him, you will glitch the game and it will break the game. That is the only game-breaking glitch I know of, and that is the reason why, for playability, I give it, again, a 10 out of 10. For difficulty, you have to do a lot of grinding. A lot of grinding. A lot of grinding. There is trainers that will stomp you. There are gyms that will make you look really stupid. This game is much harder than any of the games I've ever played made actually by Pokemon. It is much harder. But at the same time, there are trainers that you can rebattle. There are 2 challenges that I've made it to so far. The Lighthouse Challenge. Spoiler alert, don't do the Lighthouse Challenge unless you absolutely want the Pokemon at the very end of it that you get for winning. But do not do the Lighthouse Challenge unless you want to know what all the gyms are going to be and in the order that they will be in, because it will tell you. You kind of have to do some thinking for that, but it will tell you. And then there's the Stamina Challenge after that. Every time you beat the Stamina Challenge, you get a nugget, as well as money from each trainer, and experience from each Pokemon. I love the Stamina Challenge. Another thing is, if you are not a competitive player, and do not have a basic understanding of competitive play strategy, then this may not be the game for you. I mean, I would still recommend you play it. Maybe it'll help you become a better competitive player. It has me. But the reason why I say that, a good example of that is in the Stamina Challenge. One of the trainers that you have to battle there, he uses a very common competitive play strategy, which is really, really, really annoying to be up against, and if you don't one-shot his first Pokemon, you're screwed for the rest of the battle. But that is called Parafusion, where you paralyze and then confuse the Pokemon, and basically, if they can move because of the paralysis, then they're going to hit themselves, and they're going to be automatically slower than you because of the paralysis, and so they have like 1/3 of a half of a chance of being able to hit you, and if they do, it'll be second, and you're the one that's going to be victim to the parafusion. So And that's just one example. But there is competitive play strategies from every trainer in the game. Every single time you face them, they use some kind of a competitive play strategy. They will set up some of their other Pokemon. They will set up their own Pokemon. Just about every area has at least one trainer with a hardcore defensive wall that's just no, go away. Get your defensive wall away from me. Quit leeching my HP. Stop it. Go away. No. But other than the necessity of grinding and the need to at least understand how to counter some of the more basic strategies for competitive play, there isn't very much for mazes. So for difficulty level, because of how much you have to be able to be good at being good at the battling concept in the game, I would give it probably 8.9 to a 9 out of 10. But the mazes, keeps it from getting a perfect 10 there. So playability and difficulty, what's next? Access is what we'll call this. In the game, you can get every starter from Gen 1 to Gen 5, and I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, but I heard a rumor that they're going to incorporate Generation 6 Pokemon in a later beta. I'm playing Beta 6, I haven't seen a Beta 7 yet. I hope it comes out. I will patch the game even if it ruins everything that I've already done so far. I would be happy to replay the game. But so far you can get every starter and every legendary from Generation 1 all the way through to Generation 5. There are 3 regions. There's a Tunod, which is Donut backwards, it's the first region. There is Johto, which is the second region, and Rancor, which is the third. I'm still about to get my 6th badge in the Tunod region. I've been playing it for 2.5 weeks, and still, that's where I'm at, and that should tell you how difficult it is. Another thing is, the Pokemon with really good competitive play hidden abilities, that is primarily what hidden ability you will find of that Pokemon in the wild. So hidden abilities is easy to get. Good abilities is easy to get. It seems like natures are also, you're more often going to find a Pokemon with the nature that you would want on it than you would with a nature that you would not want on it in the wild. So, if you could, like Link Battle, which I don't think you can, then that would be awesome, because, a lot of the work's already done for you. Like my Adamant Rain Dish Toxicrunk, and it can learn Rain Dance, which makes it even better. I believe it can. I haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure it can. There is one place in one of the towns where you can have somebody for a very large sum of money teach any and every Pokemon the moves Leaf Blade and or Spore, which is kind of broken. I mean, you could teach Chimchar Leaf Blade. What the fuck, That'd be kind of frightening. You would never have to worry about another water type beating your Chimchar, or even worse, a Charizard with Leaf Blade. Never have to worry about a water or a rock type again. So, accessibility, a little bit broken, but overall, it helps out with the gameplay a lot. I rate that a 10 of 10. Let's see what's next. Story mode. So the story is very vivid, and very often throughout the story you will jump between the Pokemon world and the real world, and Pokemon do not exist in the real world, although one of the Pokemon that you will be able to catch, that you will only get one chance to catch, you actually catch it in the real world with no Pokemon existing in the real world, because there's something going on with, like the dimensions being crossed and shit, and that's what you're working towards stopping, and the bad guy Team Fusion, is doing that, or causing it to get worse or whatever. Um, so, so far, the story mode has been very vivid, and I love it. I give that a 10 of 10. And let's see, anything else? Anything else I want to mention? Anything at all? Oh, and things that you wouldn't expect to have that, you get to have. For instance, let's go with Shift Tree. How do you get Shift Tree? No, not Shiftry. I don't think Shiftry evolves like that. Let's see. Alakazam. There we go. That's a good one. Alakazam. How do you get Alakazam? Well, you trade an Abra, or you trade a Kadabra, right? Well, you can't trade a Kadabra on an emulator. At least not anything that I've ever heard of. So how do you get Kadabra to evolve into Alakazam on Pokemon Glazed? Well, that's really simple. In one of the towns, there's a ski resort. You do a little challenge. I recommend, if you want to get the trade stone and you don't want to get a pearl, or no, I think it's a big pearl. If you don't want to get a big pearl or a nugget, and instead you want to get the trade stone, then you just, use a rappel, go through the ski resort's little challenge there, get a high-ranking speed through it all, and there you go. You got the trade stone. You use the trade stone on Kadabra, and you have an Alakazam. So, and there's a lot of other stuff on there. The Wish Ticket in Beta 6, I don't know if it's any of the previous betas or not, but there are two very stuck-up people in the Fusion Hotel. They're going to demand that you do things because they think you work there because you're poorer than they are. You're going to want to steal their money whenever they give you money to go get items for them. Don't do that. Get their items. But you do everything they ask you to do, and they give you the Wish Ticket, which takes you to and between Islands 1, 2, and 3. Sorry I have to talk so fast, but I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. And, yeah. So, on that, I rate it a 9.9. I want to see more exclusive stuff, but I haven't seen it yet. And there's a lot of, evolution stones that you don't find until after you need them for a gym. But overall, I give it actually, let's go with a 9.5. And there's also a lot of Pokemon that you can get just given to you. Some of them you don't even have to do anything for them, which is pretty awesome. Like one, you get to get one of the starters in a adoption center. There are several Pokemon there that want to be adopted. One of them wants to be adopted if you're a girl, so I guess the one that I got would only want to be adopted if you're a guy. But yeah, I wish that I could adopt all of the Pokemon in that center, but unfortunately I can't. So anyways, pretty sure we're out of time or already gone over. So overall, 9.9 out of 10. Pokemon Glazed, I highly recommend you download and play it immediately. If you want to, though, you can wait. On the 30th, I am getting a power cord for my computer, and I will hopefully be fixing that. So I will be doing a Let's Play of it very soon. Anyways, until next time, game on, bros.